For much of the history of the Order of Preachers, brothers who did not study for the priesthood were often those who, for one reason or another, could not do so. Typically, this was because they joined the order too late in life to become proficient enough in Latin. However, there were exceptions. Brothers capable of studying for the priesthood, but who chose not to. Balthasar Carayol was born in 1610 in Curzy, France. He excelled in his studies of the humanities and philosophy. But at the age of 20, driven by a restless desire for adventure, he abandoned his studies and enlisted in the army, eager for the thrill and glory of military life. While stationed in Gap, France, Balthasar fell gravely ill and was granted leave from the army. With no job and no money, he stayed behind in the small city and began to frequent the local Dominican church. It was there that the prior, that is, the superior of the Dominican community, first met him and discovered that the young man was desperate to make a living. Moved with compassion, he hired Balthasar to help with chores around the priory. Over the course of a few months, the prior observed the young man's piety and virtue, eventually asking Balthasar if he would like to become a religious brother. Balthasar responded, "I am unworthy of this grace." But Balthasar eventually agreed and was clothed with the Dominican habit. He quickly became an exemplary brother, happily serving as gardener, baker, treasurer, and sacristan, and was beloved by the community. The surrounding village had always been very supportive of the Dominicans, and the Dominican friars thought about how they could best show their appreciation. Brother Balthasar had an idea to offer instruction in reading to the children of poor villagers, in order to give them useful skills to improve their situation. One day, Brother Balthasar was working in the garden when he heard an upper-class student sobbing. The student explained that he needed to write an essay in Latin for school and was at a complete loss. To the student's astonishment, Brother Balthasar began reciting in Latin on the spot, inspiring the young man to finish his essay. Another brother overheard this and, amazed, related the story to the prior. The prior asked Brother Balthasar how he had come to learn Latin so well. Balthasar, for the first time, told the prior the story of his life and the guilt he felt for abandoning his education for a foolish dream. Naturally, the prior wanted him to be ordained, but Brother Balthasar said that being a brother was already such a noble state because it provided great opportunities to practice humility and service. Instead, Brother Balthasar asked to expand his school to teach more advanced subjects, and the prior, ever impressed with the humble brother, gave him his blessing. The school thrived, and Brother Balthasar's reputation grew beyond France. At one point, the master of the Order of Preachers requested that Balthasar come to Rome to work at his own priory. But the Bishop of Gap refused to let him go, declaring how essential he was to the city. After 33 years as a religious brother, Balthasar died a holy death, eager to meet the Lord that he served so diligently for most of his life. His obituary noted that even with his numerous types of service to the priory and village, he was always attentive to his life of prayer and penance. The day of his funeral, a vast crowd gathered, a testament to the profound impact of a man who had once sought adventure in the chaos of battle, but had found a far greater victory in quiet, humble service to God and his fellow man.